baby. God, it's been a while since I've been able to do that. That stuff feels a little bit weird though. Just chuck in the back usually. Whoa, that's some wind. Well, it has been quite a bit since we've last spoken, huh? Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your boy Willy, back at it again after quite a long time of not uploading. Now, I know what you're thinking, you know, where have you been? I wish I could give you a straight answer. I've been here, I've been there, I've been everywhere, you know what I mean? I don't really know how to structure a video like this anymore since it's been so long, so you know what? I'm just gonna do what I did for all the other ones. Just completely improvise and not know where I'm gonna go with this intro. Now, as you could probably tell by your calendars and also by the title of this video, spooky season time, baby. I'm not gonna do the thing I did last year because I actually ended up hurting my leg pretty badly from doing that. It's freaking spooky month! I freaking broke my... So, it has been a while, as I've said before, but I do want to say some stuff real quickly. 1. I've managed to secure a new editing software on the PC, so videos will most likely be getting done much faster than on the phone, because the phone editing software is really good, but it takes a while for videos that are a little bit longer, like kind of lags a little bit, and I think the one that's on the PC will compensate for that, so I can definitely get more content out there, which I really do want to do. And 2, 200 subscribers. We've managed to pass that milestone. I cannot believe we've actually made it to this point. I genuinely am really happy that I was able to get to, well, actually it's 209 now, but still that's really awesome for me. And just thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and watching all the content and stuff, you know, it really does mean a lot, and all the comments too. It's just cool reading them all and just seeing people, you know, just so I know it's not just a bunch of robots watching my stuff, you know. So, I want to do something big, but I didn't know what to do that was big, and I never really had enough time with, like, school and stuff to ever think of something that could be really big enough to celebrate something like this, but, you know, just thank you anyways, really, I appreciate it so much. And 3, today's video. What we're going to be watching today was suggested by one of you lovely people out there, whose comment I shall pull up that suggested this. This was one that was actually going to be, watching in the original series, but I never got around to doing it. I would have done it had I, like I said before, the editing and stuff like that. It takes a lot more time than it should. So, I'm finally getting up to being able to do it now. So, what are we going to be watching today, and who suggested it? Drum roll, please. PINCHE TOÑO with this as an emote at the end. I don't know. I did it like the little music note thing for was it Sneaky Snack Bar? I don't know how I would read that out. Plus, your name was a little bit hard for me to pronounce because I'm not that good with pronouncing things sometimes. But PINCHE TOÑO, if that's how you pronounce the name, shout out to you. They've actually been commenting on a lot of my videos recently. It was I think it was mostly the Willy Watches Spooky Things stuff, and then it was the Grown Man Builds a Chair one. Actually, speaking of Willy Watches Spooky stuff, if any of you are out there like, oh, we faked through those, they aren't fake. Those are my genuine reactions. I'm generally just that much of a wuss when it comes to scary stuff like this. Like, I'm the most like jumpy person out there. Like no joke. This stuff does kind of get me, because even if I know it's real, it just feels a little real, you know what I mean, with how it's presented. But anyways, as with the comment that I pulled up, based on what they said, just in case you didn't see it, here's it again. Okay, now zoom in on what we're gonna be watching. Right there. We're going to be watching the Monument Mythos by Mr. Manticore. So, I'll be leaving a link to that channel as well as the series in the description. And for those of you who don't know, because I had somewhat of a synopsis of what this series is, allow me to explain. Imagine, if you will, a monument. And that monument having somewhat of a secret that nobody was really meant to discover but got discovered anyway. You know, it's like that movie National Treasures, where there was that treasure map behind the Declaration of Independence, except this time it's creatures and aliens or something along those lines. I don't know. I haven't really seen much on this series. I've only ever heard of it. like heard the analysis videos and stuff on it, but I have no idea what to expect. It's been broken up into seasons, so for this video, I'm most likely going to be watching all of season 1, maybe a little bit. There are 2 videos in here that are a little bit longer than most. Some of the videos are like, I'd say 4 to 5 minutes long, and there's 2 that's like 16, 18 minutes. So for the sake of this video and for time, I will be cutting up some of my reactions to these videos as to not make it, you know, drag along a little bit, you know what I mean? And so that way you guys can go out there and watch the original series for yourself, because from what I've heard, it's pretty good. And from PINCHE TOÑO, they said it's really good, so you know, I have that to go off of. And now, without any further delay, let's proceed into the scary stuff. God, here we go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get some water real quick. I'll be right back. Alright. I'll turn the lights off to make it spookier. Alright, for the first video, we're gonna be watching the trailer for season 1. Hold up, my neck hurts. Yeah! Let's do this. Monument Mythos season 1 teaser. Monument Mythos. Alright. Could there be some scaries in there? Nope, okay. This video is called LIBERTYLURKER. Following I need to take a minute for a second. The following audio is an excerpt from an 1889 interview with the designer for the Statue of Liberty, Frederick August Bartholdi. The most difficult aspect of this oh god, I can't remember. This statue is intended to be a gift. The U.S. ambassador urged us to follow the president's request. We agreed, and each month we received varying style requirements for the pedestal. Okay. So, Statue of Liberty, most of you should know what that is. After 4 years, requests to change the size of the pedestal ceased. Okay. People wonder why the pedestal is so much taller than the lady. All I tell them is, ask the Americans. Oh yeah, because it was a gift from France. In 1949, the statue underwent extensive renovations. The official blueprint behind the changes, titled STLI 1.8084, was classified for 36 years. Provide entrance for sustenance. Installed engine to what? Okay. Right. Engine. What's the engine for? Just get like axle. Okay. Wheels. Oh, okay. So it moved to the side. Right. Entrance. Stairs. Alright. Train. Waste storage. Oh boy, where's this going? During the summer of 1954, thousands of immigrants described a foul odor while passing through Ellis Island. Ellis Island was awful. The whole place reeked of flesh like a star. Oh no. Okay. There were also dead birds everywhere. My sister even found one in the toilet. Oh god, that's disgusting. If this is how the coast is, my father said. Imagine how bad the city smells. Oh no. I remember hearing other families half-jokingly say that they wanted to return to Milan because of the smell. Our family had sprayed perfume and burned candles to keep the stench away, but it would only work for an hour or so until the air became unbearable again. I think they murdered in the freaking Statue of Liberty. The evenings were so hot, I stayed mostly awake, even though the rest of my family slept soundly. Huh. I remember looking out the window each night and seeing lines of people being led to the Liberty statue by an official. Oh no, this is a cult or something. After they would go into the pedestal, the officials would leave and nothing else would happen. Okay. The following morning would smell so much worse than like a slaughterhouse. Oh god, people are dying. People are dying. I'm calling it. The Ellis Island immigration station closed the following November. August 1985. First sighting of the LIBERTYLURKER. Oh no, it's a monster or something. What the? Upon investigation, local authorities likened the waste storage compartment to a mass grave. If you have family members who were last seen at Ellis Island between the years 1949 and 1954, you may be entitled to compensation. LIBERTYLURKER, filmed by Alex Kansas. Okay. Alright, so we've got a bit of a monster story going on. Okay, these are the voice actors who spoke. I don't even know French. I took Spanish. The end. Alright. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too scary. Definitely, I could see where I feel like I know where this is going. So, Statue of Liberty had some sort of monster hidden in it, and there were people who were immigrants being sacrificed to that monster. Why? I don't know. But, alright, this is interesting. This is definitely interesting. Let's see what the next one is. This one is called Rushmore Revenge. August 7, 2003. The National Park Service finds the Mount Rushmore National Memorial vandalized. Ooh. What does it say? National monument? As a national monument? Okay. This one, I've learned recently in my history class that that Mount Rushmore does have a bit of a checkered past, I will say. Everyday executions occur in 2,600 American landmarks. Okay, that I don't know about that one. The blood of liberty will be avenged. Maybe it's referring to the past for the execution, but I don't know. The souls of Lincoln will be freed. The souls of Lincoln. Interesting. August 14th, 2003. More messages are found on Mount Rushmore. Okay, they're gonna read it out. I don't have to try to read it out. I will introduce infection next week, Monday through Sunday, 10, 12, 10, 13 p.m. Watch the symptoms. Oh boy, alright. Maybe there is some sort of cult going on here. August 18th, 2003. Due to security concerns, the National Park Service assigns patrols for the next 7 nights. Patrols are told to videotape all anomalies from 10, 12, 10, 13. Monday. Oh boy, this is where the VHS tape kind of aspect goes into play. Alright. So, okay, it's a little blurry. Oh. You see something? Oh man, you guys may see that. Tuesday, okay. That was a little strange, nothing cited. Oh god. It's a little blurry, but it feels like they're looking at him. Oh. There's a light up there. Like Morse code, maybe? I'm so paranoid that like one of them, it looks away and then it just like looks at the camera or something. Wednesday. Oh, that's noises. I don't like that. I don't like that. This is where the scary stuff comes in. Oh god, it's totally looking at the camera now. There's no way it isn't. Thursday. What the fuck? What's he looking at? It feels like they see something, but it's never Friday. Oh god, you can see their faces more clearly. Oh god. So far, nothing's happened. Let's try to zoom in on it. Saturday. Oh, it's good. Remove lens cap. Oh my god. Oh, they totally saw something. But the lens cap was on. Oh my god. Sunday. Oh no, this is where it's all gonna go down. Oh, those noises. What the friggity... Mount Rushmore smells just like baby powder nowadays. I think it comes from the stuff that the workers put on the heads. Yeah, I see them do it all the time. They go from Washington to Lincoln every night, powdering it like a baby. Is that what that was? Hannah McElroy, local photographer. That was like spikes. What the friggity... Rushmore Revenge. From by Alex, Kansas. Okay. It's not Kansas, it's Kansas. Sorry if I butchered your name, Alex. October 2020. Okay, I'm assuming that might be when this is posted or when some news coming out. Okay, so I don't know if that one is a monster or if because that baby powder thing was like they powder it every night. Was there baby powder being like poured onto the statues? Because it looked like spikes. If you go back, put up put an image of it right here. It looked like spikes. There's clearly something up with that place as well. There's a wow. This is. I'm pretty intrigued. I'm definitely getting intrigued now. I think this is interesting. All right, this next one is called ALCATRAZATTACK. Oh, it's Alcatraz Island. I don't know much about this place, but Alcatraz Island 2 days before therapy. Isn't this is real? All these monuments actually have this. Map of Pacific Branch, United States Military Prison, Alcatraz. Okay, it's a prison. That I did kind of know, but I didn't know what kind of prison. Fortifications. Okay. Reservoirs. Water. So far, nothing too unusual. The morgue. I guess that's in case prisoners die. Stockade / yard. Detectorship. Main prison. What the heck is that? Is that a cell? It's like a cell. Ruins? Question. Okay. Tennis courts, right? What the heck is that? Oh. See, I knew it. This thing. Okay, this thing is alive. There's no way. Alcatraz on 1 day before therapy. This is a living creature. The whole entire island. There's no way it is. I think that's what he's trying to say. Because that looked like a cell part, like mitochondria or something like that. Alcatrazosis. I knew it. Something to do with cells. It's a little weird. Alright, okay. They're multiples. Oh. Alcatraz Island radiation therapy 1. So we're trying to spearmint of sleep. What the heck was that? Project movement. Okay, it is gonna move. Alright. 1950. 55. 60. Oh, it's turning. 65. 70. 75. 80. What the heck is that thing? 95, 2000, 2005, 2010, 450. Oh my god, is he wiping out the whole city?
There goes Hawaii, there goes Hawaii, oh there goes Hawaii, the island is gone.
So 2020 was supposed to reach the Alcatraz Island 1 day after therapy. It was supposed to reach a city and then like destroy it. What the? There's more of them. As of 2020, the Alcatraz zone extends to West Texas. Wow. Alcatraz attack filmed by Alex Kansas. Okay. I keep saying Kansas. It's Kansas. October 2020. I'm assuming that's okay. That must be when these were published, I think. This is getting pretty good. So, started off Liberty Lurker, a monster inside the Statue of Liberty. Mount Rushmore had those like spike things. And now there's the Alcatraz Island being a creature that is like, it's like a giant cell thing that's multiplying. I'm liking where this is going so far. Okay, so this one is called DEANDEMOCRACY. I don't know if Dean is some sort of monument or if he's a person. I don't know. DEANDEMOCRACY. A look back at America's 37th prison. What?
During a program of ABC Evening News, anchor Peter Jennings told viewers to look forward to next week for a special broadcast of national significance. Jennings would continue to remind viewers of the special broadcast over the next 7 nights, even referring to it at one point as the most unprecedented announcement in recent history. A week after its first mention, Jennings reminded viewers of the special broadcast one last time, asking them to pay attention later that night for an exclusive look at the greatest gift to the American people. Due to the anticipation built over the week, over 60 million Americans tuned into ABC, waiting for the evening news to end and for the special broadcast to begin. There were countless theories as to what would occur, from the announcement of alien life to the declaration of an all-out nuclear war. Speculation was brewing intensely. Once the evening news program ended, a black screen with a 10-second countdown commenced with the title DEANDEMOCRACY. Some viewers, so terrified of the threat of nuclear war, reportedly experienced nervous breakdowns and ran down the street, declaring that DEANDEMOCRACY was the code name for an all-out nuclear holocaust.
Oh boy.
Yet once the countdown ended, all fears were soon replaced with tears of joy and an excitement not seen since the end of World War II.
Ooh, alright.
What are we waiting for? Let's bring them back home.
Was that Seinfeld?
What's the deal with airplane food?
In the seconds following James Dean's presidential announcement, hundreds of thousands of neighborhoods erupted into celebration. Although other candidates had promised to end the Vietnam War, none had so accurately expressed the same anger that they had felt, which Dean had perfectly conveyed in a 15-second broadcast. Due to popular demand, the ABC Evening News was canceled the next night, replaced by a 30-minute loop of James Dean's presidential announcement.
Wow.
The broadcast was watched again by over 38 million Americans, and the parties continued for the rest of the week.
So, I don't know who James Dean is.
Due to repeated assassination
I'll
attempts
probably
on
look it up
Robert
after the
Kennedy,
video and put
the
it-
Democratic
actually,
Party
no.
presidential
Editor, put it in
debates
right
were
now.
canceled for the 1968 election
Thank
season.
you.
However, this proved to be no issue for Dean, as polls indicated that he was in the lead for the entirety of 1967 and 1968, despite having had fewer public appearances and rallies than
So-
any other candidate.
Is this guy real? Was he really
The strength
up
of his
against
campaign
Nixon and
relied on the
Wilson or
powerful
something like that?
advertisements he directed that would air every Friday evening on ABC. The series of programs would be considered by many as another weekly TV series, and went on to become the highest-rated TV show on television after the conclusion of Star Trek in
Wow.
1967.
It's pretty big.
Although a presidential debate was eventually scheduled 2 weeks before the election, James Dean instead invited opponent Richard Nixon to a track to race cars on the same night. Although reluctant at first, Nixon eventually agreed and went to spend the entire day with Dean, reportedly even telling the actor, "To hell with it, I'm voting for you. You're already a better president than I'll ever be."
Oh, so James Dean
This
was
statement,
an actor.
although only a rumor, would spread like wildfire in tabloids and permanently curbed Nixon's chance for victory.
Was it Nixon that was the actor who was
On
who
the
became
morning of
president? I
November
forgot.
1st, 1968, 4 days before Election Day, anti-Dean groups hijacked radio channels and told civilians they were fed up with James Dean and that television was ruining American youth. After the broadcast, the groups went on to cut hundreds of power lines in the southeast,
Wow.
effectively preventing any of Dean's presidential ads from reaching any household below Tennessee. Dean quickly heard of the incident and, despite the risk of an assassination, flew down to the south and quickly went to work with local electricians to repair the broken power lines.
Oh,
Elderly white conservatives, often the parents of the younger supporters, remained in their houses and occasionally peered through their window blinds to catch a glimpse of the handsome candidate. Although it wasn't known to Dean at the time, the
James
idea
Dean
that
is
he
saying
was
rebel
Satan in
with
disguise,
sins.
and cited
Dean
his
is
good
saying-
looks
Dean
and
is
his love
saying-
for
Dean
jazz
is
as being
saying-
clear signs of the devil.
James Dean's America. See 1969 AD. What the heck? What? Hey, James Dean. What's going?
James Dean is no man.
Whoa. Oh, okay. This is propaganda.
Hello there.
What the? Produced by the Anti-Dean Association. That's a weird face.
Elderly white conservatives in the southeast would be the only demographic unfazed by his campaign. Yet Dean continued to travel from state to state, repairing power lines for 4 days straight until the very morning of the election.
Dang.
On November 5th, 1968, James Dean received 75% of the popular vote with
So this is an
395
alternate
electoral
universe where he
votes.
became president. 'Cause I
Nixon
remember him being
congratulated
one of
Dean
the
in a
38
phone call the
presidents.
following, but Dean
Sorry, the
refused to
38th
acknowledge the
president, my
win.
bad.
And on January 20th, 1969, James Dean held his inaugural address at the official Capitol Raceway. Although presidents in the past had speeches that were typically around 20 minutes, Dean spoke for less than a minute.
I have a speech. It has the flotsam that you people expect to hear. But that's not fair. No, that's not fair at all. I'm here for all of you. It's only fair that you speak for yourselves. My words shouldn't be louder than yours. So I brought many other guests to speak. They're just people like you and I. In the same time that many other presidents have spoken by themselves, America will speak. Thank you.
That was a pretty short speech.
Dean proceeded
No
to
Martin Luther
introduce
King
many
speech,
groups
but
to the
it's
microphone,
pretty
including
good.
civil rights activists and Native American families. Martin Luther King Jr. would also come forward to speak in his
speaking of the
first
man.
appearance since an attempt on his life 9 months prior. President Dean would conclude the inauguration with a brief bongo performance and went on to race Richard Nixon at the track. In subsequent presidential inaugurations, those who disagreed with the elected president would instead celebrate DEANDEMOCRACY Day and protested by watching Dean's unique take on the address in place of the actual one.
April
In a
20th,
televised address,
1969.
President Dean planned to inform Americans of his first 90 days in office. However, 6 seconds into the broadcast, the audio cut out and remained absent for the remainder of the speech.
Oh.
Although anti-Dean groups claimed responsibility and took pride in the sabotage, many civilians claimed that it benefited the president. The silent broadcast highlighted President Dean's sincere facial expressions and lively disposition, as opposed to the stern and stiff personalities of prior administrations. Viewers were proud to see a man in his prime at the most important position in the country. Ironically, President Dean's popularity grew after the technical difficulty, and film director Stanley Kubrick went on to call the broadcast the greatest silent film ever made.
Stan the man. Mr. Shawnee himself. DEANDEMOCRACY. A look back at America's 37th, not 38th, my bad. I'm not very good at these things. DEANDEMOCRACY, a film by Alex Kansas. Okay, Kazantzas. I keep saying it wrong. Alex, my man, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Narrated by Molly Chen. James Dean, voiced by Lem. Alright. So, I feel like what the other ones did was set up, like, the kind of stuff we would, like, see. Okay, so I feel like what those previous 3 did was set up, like, some sort of, like, monster story within this, but I feel like what this one did was saying that this takes place, like, an alternate universe, which I think is a good way to set this up and not say that it's, like, the universe we're in right now. Alright, I think this is very interesting. I'm glad I decided to watch this. PINCHE TOÑO, thank you for suggesting this. This is pretty good. Alright, next up is Air Force One Angel. Okay. Air Force One Angel. On August 17th, 2003, Air Force One made an unannounced trip across the continental United States. Many civilians claim to have seen the aircraft drop packages on various national monuments. Okay, so now we're back to the national monuments. Whoa. Oh, that's so funny. I thought it was a bunch of stuff like that. I feel like I've heard the name Air Force One, but I could be wrong. Okay, oh, okay. So that's Mount Rushmore. We saw that one already. What's that one? Oh, what the heck? Alright, Golden Gate Bridge. Dropping bombs? Can I see, like, that little black thing extending? Oh? Or is that, like, something reaching out? I don't know. Oh, it's a triangle. Is that Illuminati? Alcatraz. Okay, this... There's something up with this. What the... What's a fish? Why is anything becoming darker? Oh, I guess some legs in here. Oh? There's no one on it.
Are you sure about that?
What? I saw something move behind there. I saw something move. What the heck?
Hello there.
White House officials later disclosed that the unusual flight of Air Force One was unauthorized and unmanned. The lone figure seen inside the plane, dubbed the Air Force One Angel, has yet to be identified by federal authorities. Oh, that is creepy. Oh, that was weird. Air Force One Angel. Okay. So, Maybe that explains why the monuments were acting strange. It didn't go to Statue of Liberty, but it went to the other ones. Alcatraz, Golden Gate Bridge, and Mount Rushmore. October 2020. Wait, what the heck? Some of these are posted on different... Okay, I think this is like making them in chronological order for when they happened, maybe. I don't know. This... Okay. So, maybe that is why those other monuments were freaking out a little bit. Like, maybe... I mean, it's Air Force, maybe it's possessing them or getting them food, like, as sustenance. I don't know. But let's continue with the next one, which is LINCOLNLOOKER. Oh, it gave me the title for this one.
I was a LINCOLNLOOKER for 2 weeks. It was terrifying. One moment you're at home answering the door, and the next you're stuck in some kind of suit. The smell was awful. The only thing you can do is look through 2 little holes. It was some kind of mask, and whenever the sun shined near, I could see the inside of it. It was a familiar face. Every few nights, straws would be put through the holes, and someone would feed me some weird soup.
What?
After 2 weeks, they found out that they had misidentified me, and I wasn't the correct LINCOLNLOOKER. Reagan apologized to me personally, and I was released with some monetary compensation. They don't care if I talk about it or not. No one would take me seriously. Lincoln looking is just too absurd.
What the heck is Lincoln looking? This something to do with the Lincoln Memorial? Oh, what? Mask, drawn by Maya Arnoldson. Yeah, that's Abe. Oh, don't come close to me. That's Abe Lincoln. Okay. Leonard W. Morgan, former senior
someone we dislike more than everyone else. Not usually famous or important, but we've done something that's affected us personally.
Okay.
Often you're the only person who remembers this act. But I've been that bad, but memory hurts. Everyone experiences this, and the president is no exception.
Oh?
Except he can do something about it. Every president can choose one person to be a LINCOLNLOOKER. After the alibi is fabricated, the person is abducted from their home, and they stay a LINCOLNLOOKER for as long as the president sits in office.
Wow.
Nobody can question his decision.
That shoots like 4 years or something. That's crazy.
You might be surprised, but it's nothing new. It's been a tradition.
Okay.
LINCOLNLOOKERs have been around for a very long time.
I don't know what the heck LINCOLNLOOKers are, though. Due to rumors that LINCOLNLOOKers were imprisoned behind presidential portraits, White House officials publicly removed and reinstalled the portraits to demonstrate that no space existed to hold LINCOLNLOOKers. Portrait 1. Wall behind portrait 1. Oh, okay. So there are people who sit inside of pictures of Abraham Lincoln and look at stuff. Portrait 2. Wall behind portrait 2. Howard Melrose. Visitor.
Hello, we're not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Hey, Eunice. It's Howard. I don't know what I just saw. I was at the top of the steps, reading the inscriptions and talking to visitors, when I started to hear a faint scratching sound. I didn't think much of it at first, but when I got close to the chair, I realized that the scratching was coming from inside the marble.
Oh, they're inside the walls.
So I went to a guard and asked whether she could do anything about animals that could be trapped in there. She told me not to worry about it, and that they'd take care of it once there were fewer visitors. A few minutes passed, and the scratching became much louder. I went back to the guard and asked what kind of animals usually got stuck in there, and she said, wild animals.
Whoa.
The sound started to make visitors anxious. I remember one boy pulling so hard at his mother's hand, begging to leave.
God, that's terrifying. That'd be terrifying.
One of those canes went up to the chair and pressed her head against it to listen. Then she started crying.
Jeebus.
Her parents tried to pull her away, but she just began to hit the chair with her cane. That's when the guards asked everyone to go back down the steps.
Oh God, they're still stuck in there,
I
aren't
don't
they?
know why, and it's gonna sound crazy, but I felt compelled to help. So I went to the blind girl and joined her in hitting the marble. The guards tried to pin us down, but the scratching became too loud for even them. It sounded like someone was shaving down a chalkboard. Eventually the marble began to crack, and a few more hits caused the crevice to expand all the way to the top of the chair. There was a sudden burst of air from the damage, and the head suddenly turned toward us. I was afraid it would fall, so I picked the girl up and went down a few steps. The head slowly rotated back into place, and when it started to be pushed upwards, I took out my camera. It was no wild animal.
Oh my God. Oh, that is weird. That is... Howard Melrose recorded the following images. Oh. Okay, was the Lincoln Memorial. Oh, it's one of the... Lincoln Looker, a film by Alex Kansas. Okay, so that was kind of similar to the Liberty Lurker, where it was that little like creature that just comes out of it, and that is scary. From what I can assume, Lincoln Lookers are people that are behind... Oh wait, I think I know. I think they're people who try to like oversee that creature that's in the Lincoln Memorial. And then the scratching of it became so loud that people were just like, make it stop, And then that blind girl and that other guy tried cracking it, and then he recorded it like kind of coming out of the thing. This is a good series. I like this. This is interesting. All right, next up we got Washington Wormhole. The special tree.
The forest fell swiftly as the lumberjack swung, except for the special tree, which could not be stung. She missed her friends and the hymns they sung, so she started a tune that broke the man's lung.
Not your typical nursery rhyme, but I commend the effort. Timeline of events, okay. $1840. That looks like a weird finger. First photograph of the special tree is taken. Is this like that tree that like George Washington like cut down or something like that? I don't know. Oh, it's this place. 1848 or 1884. One of the two. Construction begins. All right. I've never been to this monument before, but I know what it is. I have seen this thing before. It's like that tall tower. Oh. 1861 to 1865. This one's... Was the other one's red? Construction halts due to the American Civil War. Okay. Alright. Prisoners of war are seen being led into the unfinished tower. Oh god. More sacrifices, just like Statue of Liberty. Okay, so that was just like to link the time, like 1848 or something like that. 1884. I can't read these. Construction is completed. 1888, that's what it was. 1910. Visit the Washington Monument and listen closely. Hear the music within its walls. 10 cents per head. The Washington Monument becomes a major tourist attraction. Okay, so this place. I know this place. I have not been there, but I've seen it. Like, in pictures. Oh boy. 1910, 1916, 17, 18, 19, 21. Wow. From 1910 to 1971, 20 individuals disappear while visiting the Washington Monument. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The missing visitors were known as the... Wait, hold on a second. I gotta go back. It says 20. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 people. I'm counting 19 people. Where's the extra one? The missing visitor knows Washington absentees. Okay. 1910, 1971. Jeez. 1972. Washington Standard Operation. Classified film titled Washington Standard Operation is leaked by news agencies. Okay. Oh. Monument entrance door. This must be in person. Let's see a cotton swab. Okay, doesn't look too bad.
Are you sure about that?
Sound waves. What? Oh! Oh, down he goes. Where does it go then? It just keeps going? What does that other person do? 2000. Okay, another bit of vandalization. The infection is not. The music of Washington will end. The Washington Monument is vandalized. Oh god. Oh, you can see people there too. Oh god. 2003. A lot of these happened in 2003. always so blurry. Oh. One of those finger things. Oh. Ooh, it's coming. What the heck? What the friggity? All 19 Washington absentees are found unconscious at the base of the mountain. Okay, I think the 20 thing was a typo before. Washington Wormhole, filmed by Alex Keys. Oh, that was weird. That was like floppy and stuff. That is weird. How were they? Were they dead? Were they alive? Oh, what the heck? Okay, hold on. There's something up with the Washington Monument. There's something up with Mount Rushmore. There's something up with Statue of Liberty. Lincoln Memorial, something up with that. There's probably gonna be something on the Golden Gate Bridge because there was that plane, the Air Force One Angel. Something up with Alcatraz. I can't say it enough. I think this is really good. This guy has major talent when it comes to this kind of thing. I like this.
This video took way too long to get done.
I did try to edit it as fast as I could, but as of now, it's October 10th. I started editing this video and making it on October 2nd or 3rd, one of the two. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say to you lovely people out there to go watch the rest of this series for yourself. That includes the videos that I did not watch in this video, which I did react to, but I decided that, you know what, this video is already taking way too long. I don't want to have to dwindle on for too long because although it is faster to edit, I do get a little easily distracted while editing these things. I'd be editing it one more and the next I'd be looking on YouTube for sound effects and clips to use, and I'd see another video and I click on it and watch it, and then it just kind of takes away from that time. So I'm definitely gonna have to improve my methods of editing for future videos. Go to Mr. Manticore's channel, link in the description. Watch the series. He has another series I believe as well called the Nixon verse, which I haven't seen anything on that at all. I know nothing of it, which you can go watch as well. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and thank you once again for 200 subs. I can't say it enough. I'm super glad that we made it to that number. Go check out Mr. Manticore's channel as I said before, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.